Alright, this is the valve housing. Piece of 6061 aluminum, and 6 holes drilled out. Now I put a counter bore in it to accept the a 256 socket head screw, because I didn't have screws long enough, so I had to improvise. So we went ahead and did that. As I mentioned with the crankcase, I was supposed to drill these first with the tap size and then use this as a guide over it. And no, I drilled the clearance holes right from the start. So, but that's it. It's got a little turn boss here. This is the air intake passage will go in there, and this is the cavity where the where the valve will sit, and the exhaust port will be here. Now they called for that model pipe taper stuff there, but I just drilled and tapped that for a 1032 regular standard screw. So alright, that's it. Alright, so I went ahead and I parted the other piece off. I have that over here. So this was on here. I parted it off. Parted that off. The holes I extended all the way through, and I'm going to drill this through. Now it calls for one of those model engineering pipe taps, which I do not have. I'm just going to drill and tap this with a number 21 drill bit. That'll go through, and later on get a 10-32 tap. So let's get going. That should be enough. Alright, so I got to drill a 1-inch diameter counter bore with a flat bottom for a depth of 1/4 inch. So I'm going to start with a 1/2 inch drill bit, and I'll come back with a 15/16, and then I'll probably just use the boring bar, clean that out, and flatten out the bottom. Okay, so can't use a silver and Deming bit because the point is more than the 1/4 inch of the depth. So I'm gonna have to go straight to the boring bar on this. So I got my dial indicator set up, and we got to go in a 1/4 inch. So let's get started. Alright, so I've been working at this with the boring bar. The bottom of that counter bore has got to be 250 thousandths, so I got about another 30 thousandths to go deep, and I got to open this inside diameter out to 1 inch, so I got about 1/8 inch to go on there yet. Alright, I believe I'm at the 250 depth. I've been watching my dial indicator I have set up. So I'm going to pull that away, and I'm going to check the diameter of this and see what we got going on. boy. All right, 2000s. I'm not gonna worry about that. And let's see. Okay. So we got about another 72,500 to open this up. Yeah. Come on. No, it's about 1.5 hour over. Okay, I can live with that. Okay, so gonna part this off, and just gonna check my tool height here. Okay, we're on center, and I have a stop set up. Pull this back where it belongs. Hey, get back now. Okay, I got a stop set up. And this is gonna come. I don't know if you guys can see this here. So this chuck is going to be awfully close here, but should be okay. So I'm giving myself a little extra on that, and I can always trim that down. So let me just. All right. Lock the carriage down, and let's get going. Alright, while I was editing the videos sequences that I made while I was making this piece here, I realized that I lost some of the operations that I did. So either I forgot to hit the record button, or it got accidentally deleted. I don't know. But I finished parting this off, and actually I came down about halfway through this, and I took the hacksaw and I just cut it off the rest of the way. Faced this, put that little boss in there, turn that little boss down, and when I realized I didn't have long enough screws, I I put this back in the I put this in the rotary table, centered it, and just went around with a 9/64 drill bit and just went down enough to give me clearance and enough of stick out to go into the crankcase. I also went ahead and tapped this with a 10/32 and drilled this and tapped that for a 10/32 as well. So okay.